Welcome to Manila. I left Palawan earlier today, short flight to Manila. Now I'm waiting for my flight to go to Hanoi, Vietnam. So one would think that I'd be super excited and pumped to go to a new country, to visit, to explore, but I'm not. The Philippines was so much fun. It was so beautiful, not only in the temperature, the mountains, the palm trees, everything. It was beautiful, but the people, the culture was amazing. So because of this, I really don't want to go. Part of me wants to go to explore different locations around the world, yes, but my desire to stay was pretty strong and not go see other countries. But since I already booked a ticket, here I go. So maybe Vietnam is better, maybe it's more exciting, and I will love it more than the Philippines. I don't know. As of right now, I'm in the airport. I have another hour before we start to board. Then I'll be in Hanoi. I get there at about 12:30 a.m., so I'm going to be super tired, and I won't get to my hotel till after 1 a.m., and it's going to be a horribly late night. Blah. That's the price you pay to travel the world. Good morning, welcome to Vietnam. I'm out having my second breakfast. The first breakfast was provided at the hostel. Wasn't very big, so I'm still hungry. So now I get a stool and soup. So the lady knew pretty much no English. I know zero Vietnamese at this point. I just pointed to some things and she put it in a bowl, and now I'm going to eat soup. Chicken soup. Other than that, it's the feeling here is a little bit different than it was in the Philippines and Thailand. It's very crazy, very chaotic. I want to explore, but my number one primary goal right now is to literally stay in my hotel for the next 3 days and crank out the course that I paid for a month ago to teach English. I need to get this thing accomplished. I didn't do anything when I was in the Philippines really, so I need to get this thing done. I need to find some type of work. That's pretty much it. So that's my only mission for the next 3 days. So I'm not going to be exploring Vietnam for probably a while until I get some type of schedule figured out. Awesome. So I just finished up my course. I just submitted everything to the company, the temple company. And so I supposedly have 7 days before I get a response. Once I get a response, then I know whether I passed or failed. I feel pretty good. I don't think I have any issues. So for the first time in like a week, I'm coming out of the dungeon and I'm exploring a little bit. The furthest I've got from my hostel is like a half mile at the most, maybe even a quarter mile. So now I'm going to explore a little bit more. Anyway, let's go check it out. So I want to give you an idea of what it's like to walk. The roads here are treacherous. The sidewalks, you can't walk on them because they're full of motorbikes. Cars drive in the center of the road in both directions. Scooters or motorbikes are freaking everywhere. You constantly have to watch out or you will die. But most of the time, the scooters will go around everything. Like if you play Frogger, it's like that, but they'll never hit you. They're very good and they always go around you. So that's a plus, but the cars are the ones you have to watch out for. So when you cross the street, all you want to do is look at the cars and the buses. So I'm walking on the side of the road, which is normal. So if you come to Asia, don't be too intimidated. It's manageable. I almost got hit twice in 4 days. One was pretty close. Welcome to Hanoi. Today I'm walking the streets and I have an interesting story to share. I specifically came to Hanoi to make a couple dollars. Instead of going home to the United States and working a boring job and making a couple dollars, I decided to move to Vietnam to teach English. I'm still in the process of studying online to getting my certificate, so it's easier to be accepted and find a job. I have actually delayed going outside quite a bit because my grandmother just passed away, and so it's been a little bit chaotic for the last 3 days, 4 days. This is the first time I really go outside and start walking. So I went to the park, sat down, did my thing. All of a sudden this little boy runs through the maze of the park. You can't go through the grass, you have to run through the maze to get to where I was sitting on a bench. And he runs up to me and he's so excited, he starts talking to me and he has this little English book and he starts speaking to me in English.
wants to know my name, where I'm from, and it's very difficult for him. I can see he's struggling. Through conversation, maybe 5 minutes of talking, I said, okay, I'm going to go, goodbye. And then I start walking away, and he says bye, and he kind of runs back to his mom, and he runs back over to me and says, oh, my mom wants to speak to you. And I said, really? Okay. So sure enough, there she is, and through conversation between the two of them, they both knew enough English to convey. She's like, oh, well, do you want a teaching job? Do you want to teach my son English? And I had to laugh to myself. I'm like, it's literally that easy? But I'm just sitting on the streets and children run up to you and beg you to teach them English. So I thought that was very strange, very ironic. What are the odds of that even happening? So we went back to their house. Apparently I'm going on Friday to teach 1 hour of English to her son, as well as, hello, hi, as well as a couple of their local children, I guess, in her house. So I seen where they live, now I know how to get there, and I'm going to teach English on Friday. Crazy world. What are the odds of that happening? I have no idea, but it's happening. Actually, I was sitting right here. I was right behind me. I was sitting on that bench, and they just kind of ran up to me. Pretty weird. But anyway, so first teaching gig. They're paying me for 1 hour. It's 400,000 dong, which is, I don't know, maybe $15, something like that. I'm not really interested in the money at this point. I just thought it was funny and I couldn't turn them down. I just want the experience. Why not? So they were very warm, very welcoming, very inviting. They instantly offered me an apple and coffee. Then we walked all the way up 5 flights of stairs to go to their room and where I was going to be teaching English. Just small talk for a while. My phone was dead, so I was unable to translate and convey a lot of what I wanted to say, but I can do that on Friday. So that was my first experience witnessing a restaurant that had a cooked dog on display. Similar in the fashion where you would see a roasted chicken in a glass container and you're like, oh, I want that whole chicken. Same thing, it was a whole small dog inside the glass that had been deep fried for some time, and it was just sitting there ready to be purchased or asked for a slice of dog. Not even kidding, I knew it was a dog because I could see the head, the skull, the whole body was deep fried at once. Wow, that's interesting. I must say, I've never seen that before. So I came to a tourist area in Hanoi. Within about 1 minute, I had 3 different people come up to me and ask me for money exchange. They pull out their purse. They were all women, pull out their purse and show me this wad of money. I mean, I've seen a lot of 500,000 dong notes. I'm guessing she had close to $800 to $1,000 US in her purse, and I just couldn't think of a better way to scam foreigners. So be sure you go to a controlled area and don't accept someone with a purse full of money. So this is the 3rd time I waited to cross this particular street because I needed enough information to figure out how the system works. And what I've determined after 5 minutes of waiting at one single light is, oh, I can't go, is that the system is not wrong, it's the people that are wrong. And if you value your life, you will wait not only at the correct time, but you make dang sure that people aren't running the red lights, and it's just wild here. So most people here will see you and then go around you. That's just how they do it here, but it's still extraordinarily intimidating to cross that street even when the light says go. So I crossed that giant median of traffic, and there's a big wall. You had to go over a ladder, a bridge, to get over the wall. So it's kind of like a separation between there and here. And I must say, the noise level instantly disappears and goes down. It's much quieter here, there's less people, but people stare because I'm assuming they don't see many foreigners that cross the wall, which is kind of interesting, but I like it more over here. It's less chaotic and quiet. So I stopped at that local restaurant, sort of like I did everywhere in the Philippines, just to test it out. I must say I wish I would not have. The only thing on that plate that I enjoyed was the white rice and there was quail eggs. Other than that, it was disgusting. I literally have no idea what I was eating. Mystery meat, maybe? Gross. welcome back to the wall. Now I'm entering this side and the noise gets incredibly loud. The prices increase and all you see is foreigners. Yep, hello. All you see is foreigners. So anyway, I'm finishing up. I'm gonna head back to the hotel, start editing a few videos before I go and teach just a little bit of English tonight. Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember, time is running out. Start living. Take care.